Hello everyone. Today we are starting with SI and CI concept. So first let's see what is SI over here. SI is simple interest and CI over here is compound interest. So let's see the formula for simple interest. SI is equals to P into R into T upon 100. So first let's see here P equals to principal and R equals to rate and T over here is time. Now let's see what is principal, rate and time over here. So principal over here is the money borrowed or lent out for a certain period. So this means that if you have taken money from someone else or you have given some money to someone else, so that will be known as principal. And now let's see rate. Rate over here is extra money paid for using others' money. So let's understand rate through an example. So let's see that you have borrowed rupees 10,000 from bank. Let's write it. Example. Borrowed rupees 10,000 from bank. So you all might be knowing that if you borrow some money from bank, then you have to return the money and you have to also pay some interest. So let's take interest. Over here you have to give 10%. So over here this interest is rate. Okay. And you have taken it for 2 years. So now you can see that this amount will be P. So you can easily find SI over here. So how you can find SI? So then you can solve it. You can find SI over here. 10,000 into interest will be 10% into, then time over here is 2 years. 2 years upon 100. So you can cancel it out. So you will get 2,000. So this is the interest. So you can see that this much interest you have to pay to the bank for rupees 10,000. So now let's see the definition for SI. SI equals to an interest charged that borrowers pay lenders for a loan. So now if you want to know that how much total amount you have to pay to the bank, so you can see the formula for amount is equals to principal plus SI. So over here you can see that principal is given as 10,000 and SI over here is given as 2,000. So now let's put the value in this. So principal value over here it is 10,000 and SI was given as 2,000. So it will become 12,000. So this is the amount that you have to pay to the bank. So now let's see the formula for principal. It is 100 into SI upon rate into time. And for rate 100 into SI upon principal into time. and for time 100 into SI upon principal into rate. Now let's solve some question. So the first question is on your screen. You may solve it out. So now let's solve it. So you can see that in this question we have to find SI. So first let's write the formula P into R into time upon 100, and you can see that principal is given as 68,000. So over here you can write P as 68,000 and rate over here is given as this 16 to upon 3%. So let's convert it. So you will get 50 upon 3 percentage. Then you can see time is given as 9 months. So you can convert it as 9 upon 12. When you will cancel it out, you will get 3 upon 4 years. So now let's put the value 68,000 into rate is given as 50 upon 3 percentage and time over here is given as 3 upon 4 into 100. So when you will solve it out, you will get the value as 37.50 rupees. The next question is on your screen. You may solve it out. So now let's solve this question. So first let's see which all values we have been given. So sum of over here is rupees 800. So this is principal is equals to rupees 800 amounts to this much. So amount is given as rupees 920 and time over here is given as 3 years. And rate is given as 3%, but it is increased. So let's take R as X. So new rate will be X plus 3%. So first let's find SI. So you know that amount formula is SI plus principal. So if we have to find SI, so you can see that SI is equals to amount minus principal. Because if you will take principal over here, so it will become minus. So let's find SI. It will become 920 minus 800. So SI you will get as 120. Got SI. So now let's find the value for rate. So you can find it. SI equals to P into R into time upon 100. So 120 equals to principal is given as 800 into R we have to find, time is given as 3 years upon 100. So you will get R equals to 5%. And we have to find the amount, new amount. So first let's see new rate. New rate will be 5% plus 3%. So you will get 8%. Principal will be same, rupees 800, and you know that time is given as 3 years. So now let's find new SI. New SI will be 800 into 8% into 3 upon 100. So you will get the value as rupees 192. So now we have to find the value of amount. So you know amount equals to principal plus SI. So principal over here is given as 800 plus 192 SI. So you'll get the value as 992 rupees. So this is the new amount. Now let's see compound interest. So first let's see the formula for this equals to P then 1 plus R upon 100 and N minus P. So now let's see over here P equals to principal and R equals to rate and over here is time. Okay, so now let's see formula for amount in this. So equals to this plus R upon 100 N. This is the formula for amount. So now let's see if you have to find interest annually is this, and if you have to find interest half yearly. Interest for half yearly. So the formula is amount equals to P into 1 plus R upon 2 upon 100 and 2n. This is for annually. And now for interest for quarterly. So you can see quarterly over here means 4. So for formula you have to write 1 plus R upon 4 upon 100 and time will be 4n. So let's see, the definition for compound interest is the interest you get on interest. So now let's practice some question for your better understanding. So the first question is on your screen, you may solve it out. So now let's solve it. So over here you can see that time over here is given as 3 years. And we have to find the compound interest. So you know the formula. And over here the principal is given as 7800 and rate over here is given as 5%. So you know that CI formula is P then bracket 1 plus R upon 100 and time minus P. So you can see this 1 plus 5 upon 100, 3 minus 7800. So you can solve it out like this. 100, so you will get 105 upon 100, 3 minus 7800. So if you will solve it out, you will get like this value. If you will cancel it out, so you will get 21 upon 20. This you have to cancel it by 5. So you will get 21 upon 20. So when you will solve this part, so you will get the value as so when you will cancel this out, you will get when you will cancel this out, you will get this much value. When you will solve this part, you will get the value as this. So this is your CI. Hope so the video was helpful. Thank you so much.